TR.
You know, there was a lot made in spring training about Kyle Gibson and his strength and conditioning after last year. You guys seem to feel pretty good in Arizona. Did today reinforce your confidence that part of him is behind him?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've been, like I said, we've been pretty confident since spring training originally. In the off time, I was a little worried about it, but I mean, what he's been kind of communicating with Julio and our staff, we feel really good about where he's at. And to throw 4 and 62, he actually got 6 outs in that last inning, so pretty much 5 innings, is a really good start for him. And we'll see how he bounces back, obviously, in the next couple of days. But he said he came out of it feeling fine, and it's a really good sign for us.
He's a guy who had every reason, or had a reason, where he could have just said, "Hey, I'm not going to play this year." Did you guys discuss that, and how do you feel about the decision he made?
Yeah, I mean, he's a little bit more of a risk, obviously, than everybody else. Honestly, it never really came up. I feel like he was kind of committed to coming back the whole time. He's never really kind of said he didn't feel like coming back. So, yeah, I mean, he does have every right to kind of think that way, but never kind of relayed that message to me. And we've expected him the whole time, and he's been there the whole time.
Raise your hand if you have a question, please. Jeff?
Hey, Chris, how much of a problem has it been, guys who've been slowed through the intake testing process or been delayed unexpectedly? How much of a problem has that been?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like I started a couple of days ago. I think we're expecting issues like this. I think everybody in baseball, they have, all the tests are going to a facility in Salt Lake that, probably is a little bit overwhelmed. So we kind of expected there to be some issues with some of the testing. And listen, no test is perfect. So if some tests come back negative, come back positive, they're obviously going to take there's going to be protocols for every kind of scenario. So I fully expected this. I actually have been kind of pleasantly surprised by kind of how smooth a lot of it has gone. I was expecting there to be a lot more issues, to be honest with you.
If a player came to you and said, "Hey, I'm having second thoughts here," what would the process be with you?
Just talk about it. Honestly, that's the first thing. Communicate, the concern, and listen, it's a real concern. There's obviously guys that are opting out. I don't blame them. Guys with families, guys that have people, they're concerned about it. They have every right to do that, and I would fully support. I would want them here. Hopefully that we can kind of take care, and if they trust our protocols that we're putting in place and guys taking the necessary precautions. But if they're not comfortable with the way things are being, handled, I can't blame them for that, and I'd have to support them through it. So obviously to this point, everybody's kind of staying put, but I would definitely have that conversation if they wanted to.
Okay, thank you very much.
Other questions? Please raise your hand. Anybody? TR?
Chris, Shin-Soo is obviously your elder statesman, as it were. What kind of role do you want him to play on this team as far as a leader in this difficult situation?
He obviously provides a ton of leadership for how he prepares, how he just treats everybody on a daily basis. He's kind of my ultimate, example for the type of person we're looking for. He comes ready to play every day, expects to play every day. Like I said last year, he's one of the most prepared, players and people that I've ever been around. But I think this year, just his ability to kind of stick to what we've asked as far as the protocols. I know he's obviously had concerns with everything that's going on, like a lot of guys have. But to set the example for the rest of the guys, make sure they're washing their hands, make sure they're, trying to maintain distance, trying to, keep their mask on, in the clubhouse. I kind of expect him to kind of be the leader in that, not only, like I said, on the field, but off the field as well.
Levi, you have a question?
Yeah. So 2 guys that have looked pretty good at the plate so far. Rougned Odor and then Isaiah Kiner-Falefa sort of continuing his hot spring. How, we talked to you a little while ago where you said you're looking at sort of the advanced, not necessarily just the results, but some of the advanced things. How we live in the sky up here. How is it looking on ground level?
Yeah, I got a pretty good view. You guys got a bad view. I got a pretty good one right behind home plate. No, both those guys I've been really impressed with. And the first day I saw him, I talked to him obviously in this off time, but actually getting to see, Kiner, he looks like we never stopped. Similar swing, same BP. I'm standing right behind, watching him take some pitches at first at bat. Really good strike to ball sliders. Was able to check them, take them, and then able to drive the ball the other way in the other couple of at bats. So it feels like he's never left. Taking 3 months off and then to still maintain that rhythm and timing is pretty impressive. So that tells me a lot of that may be consistent. That's what we're hoping, obviously. And with Rugi, he had a really good spring before we got shut down. He bought into a lot of things. He's made a lot of subtle adjustments, and for him to hit a 97 up, off speeds, that was not an easy pitch to get on top of. He did it the other day against Pico, who has really high spin, and he did it today against Spees. So that tells me that he's in a good place. Hits a left-on-left curveball, almost out of the ballpark. He's in a really good spot right now.